young Jackaka, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Both teams riding 2-0 starts here. We'll get the turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Catch is made down the right sideline. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. From the 41. Connects on the crosser. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has it in close. Touchdown, San Francisco. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They go play action on 1st. He finds Fant. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
He's on the move, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks start off well to tie things 7-7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go now.
Play action now with Purdy. Complete out to the right side. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I'm sure Coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. This one's out for Pearsall on the left side. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's tackled for a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 2nd and 9. Flush down out to his left. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Walker on 1st down. Room to work at the 35. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Seahawks take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
From the 32. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's got it at the 24. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of 1. Pass complete to Walker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Judy there to grab it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. From the gun, a get to Brown. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Connection made to Judy. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Walker now from the gun. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks take a 13-point lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on his return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun is Purdy. Trying for the deep ball. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Come on, set. Ready, ready.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Set, go.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He's dropping back to throw. Gets this to Fant. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
19, right. Ready.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Seattle. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Hut, hut.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Go.
From the 36. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. On 3rd down, Purdy. Benson's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Loose slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down throw by Purdy. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He sends this one to the end zone. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers chop some of the lead off before the half. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining.
Let's go. 7-5.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Finding Judy. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. Second down now, 7 to go. They're throwing it. Connects with Fant. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Back to throw it. Forced out to his right. Got for big yards on the right side. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they could try for some points going into the break. Amendola able to put it through, and that makes this a 3-score game. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Okay, ready?
First and 10 now from the 30. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Pass play coming here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Diamador Lenore there on the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the gun on third down. On the move, headed right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the 49ers will go on offense. Purdy on first down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Back to the air on second. Purdy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Catch is made down the right sideline. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That throw finds Kittle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. He has the San Francisco touchdown. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 now. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. From midfield now. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. They give up the gut to Walker. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2. Staying with Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 16-point ball game. Bass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead.
49ers 21.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, here we go.
Purdy setting up that play action. He rolls to his right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And this is incomplete. Took the check down for granted. He's lucky that wasn't picked and taken the other way. 4th down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Let's go. Take go.
And you're going for this. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Pretty throwing here on 1st. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's now 3rd down.
Benson on the counter. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
A give left side to Benson. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get it back to within 2 possessions. Trey Benson, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 10. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Now Walker. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Man in motion here. This is Walker on 2nd. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. Brown on the inside give. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Brown. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Running back sent in motion. Third and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown and field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Check out.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast. From the 39. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers now within one score in the fourth. Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Running with Walker again. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. He'll throw it. He's on the move. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Trying for it, it's Walker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Seahawks stretch it to a 2-score game in the fourth. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. He's throwing for it. Buying some time left. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy. Trying to push it deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Throw caught by his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. They're set up at the 35 now. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. So the Seahawks